So there are two major news I want to discuss with you today, and then I will take your questions. The first big news is that Sony will have the first announcement on August 28th. We're getting 85 1.4 GM2, probably you already know that. And very important, in early September we have another announcement from Sigma. In early mid-September, another announcement from Sony, probably an FX camera. Then we have another announcement from Sony for the 2470. Then it's confirmed, and that's something exclusive for you. There will be probably an Alpha announcement in November. I will, in one of my future videos after the Sony announcement from August 28th, I will talk you through what to expect in November, but there's plenty of stuff coming from Sony and it's going to be super exciting. You will see a lot of cameras and lenses from Sony in the next 6 months, so September, October, November, December, January, February and March. January is German, sorry, I speak German normally. And the next 6 months you will see a lot more stuff than we had in the previous 8 months. That's for sure. So, and I will take the questions from you about this right soon. The second big theme is DJI. As you know, I posted a major DJI rumor early this week, and I got some feedback in the meantime, so I can give you small updates in general, so that you understand what I'm doing. I do this rumor work since 15 years. Whenever I share a rumor, keep in mind that I know more than I share to you, and that's not because I want to tease you. It's because I want to use some of the info I have that I know is coming from trusted sources to double check the rest of the info received from other sources. So you will never see me spoil everything in one moment unless there is a incredible leak on a website where there are all the specs and everything, and of course I will share it. But this rumor work is a slow work that takes time. Takes time to protect the sources, give them time that so that they feel safe. That sometimes, for example, sources give me exclusive info like a year before the real announcement, but I cannot share it because only few people know it. So I wait months until more people know about it, and the sources feel safe that I can share it. It's a complex work. And today I want to quickly talk about the Sony rumors, the DJI rumors, and then your questions. So the Sony rumors, as I told you, massive announcements. The next 3 months will be very video focused. So there will be an FX9, FX6 successor. I don't know if there is the A7S4. That worries me that I didn't get any rumor, because there are some speculation that the lineup is going to be killed in favor of the FX lineup, because the FX3 is basically A7S3 without the EVF, and there's a bit of redundancy, and there's some speculation that both lineups will be merged, and basically the FX3 2 that will probably come in 2025 will replace both models. But that's speculation, but so far I didn't get anything about the A7S4. I started to get hints about the A1 II and the A7 V, both from trusted sources. Both cameras coming on market in 2025. And about that, there's plenty of exciting stuff. Don't expect global shutter on any of those cameras, so that's the first thing you have to know. And for me, the most exciting news that is coming soon is the 2470 2.0 announcement, probably in late September, early October. That's the time frame based on what I got. So I still don't have an official announcement date, but more or less that's what we can expect, okay? Now, moving on to DJI. I posted the rumor a couple of days ago. DJI made an official statement on Reddit saying that we cannot give an official information. Just check out the DJI website in future. And this doesn't mean anything, of course, but it was interesting to see that they gave some sort of answer. So that's quite curious to see. And I know more than I told you in this video. And I think I will do a video where I share a tiny bit more about the DJI camera. Something that I missed to report in that video is that actually DJI is part of the L-mount alliance. So there is a fair chance that this camera, if they really are going to launch a new mirrorless camera that will more directly compete with Sony, Canon, Nikon, there's a chance that this is L-mount, which would be great for the L-mount alliance. It makes a ton of sense because you don't have to start from scratch with a new L-mount, and you can already use lenses that are available on the market from Sigma, Leica and Panasonic. So That would be great news for the L-mount Alliance. I'm really, like I told you, crossing my fingers that the DJI rumor turns out to be true, because that would disrupt the market and force all others to kind of improve a lot when it comes in terms of usability of the camera, connectivity, also pricing, because DJI is known to make pretty competitive pricing of the products. So imagine a DJI full frame L-mount mirrorless camera. Now, I'm putting together a couple of speculations, so I'm still not sure this is going to happen, but imagine that camera that has a price that is well below what Sony, Canon, Nikon competition is offering. That would be stunning. And even if you're Canon, Sony, or Nikon shooter, or Panasonic shooter, you should cross your fingers for that to happen, because it means a new wave of innovation coming, new wave of products, back interest into the mirrorless segment, because I think there's potential. Fujifilm showed us with the X106 there's potential in the market. So hopefully that's going to be the case. I will now take your questions so we can discuss what's coming. So let's see if it's now working. Let me see if the chat overlay is coming. Yeah. Here are the questions, but I want to highlight those things, those questions. Wait a second, I have a small technical issue with the chat, so let me see if this works. Okay, chat overlay, it should work now. Let me see. Yeah, good sound quality, thanks. So it's now working. A7 V, that's confirmed. Trusted sources told me Sony A7 V is coming 2025. So all the other rumor sites I saw in the past month say it would come 2024 are wrong. As I would say mostly usually warn the A7 V is coming in 2025. I don't have specs yet, so even if you ask me, I don't know. Just my guess is that it will not use a global shutter, but a more classic sensor. I don't know anything about it. I think it will increase resolution, but that's a speculation. So let me see the other questions. FX6 Mark II, I don't know if this is coming this year. What I heard is a sort of FX9 successor is coming in probably early September, before the IBC show in Amsterdam that takes place in mid-September in Amsterdam. So that would make sense to have an FX announcement for that. I don't know if the FX9 successor is also the FX6 successor. No idea. I have no idea about the shape of the camera, how it will look, how the specs. That's something I don't know yet. Will Sony implement Open Gate? I hope so, and I think this will happen in 2025, but I have no solid info about that. FX3 coming soon? No. I heard about the FX9 successor. I heard about the entry-level aps-c FX camera, but still it didn't turn out to be, didn't happen yet. So, but I didn't hear anything about the FX3 too. My guess 2025 we are at least we are getting the FX3 too, because if they are not going to launch the A7S4 and the FX3 are at least a couple of years old, then definitely FX3 is coming as next, and probably in 2025. Yes, very interesting question, because the Sony A9 III global shutter is quite unique, and you can bet on it. The global shutter will not be used on the Sony A1 II that is coming in 2025, and on the Sony A7 V. The main reason is the slight decrease in image quality that matters more for a pure high resolution, more focused kind of camera. I think that's a trade-off Sony will not take, and according to my sources also, this is probably not going to happen. But the global shutter makes a ton of sense on video focused cameras like the FX cameras. So definitely there will be FX cameras with global shutter coming pretty soon. I don't know if that next FX camera that will be announced likely in early September will have global shutter. My guess is yes, but it's a guess. sources so far didn't tell me. If you happen to know anything about this, if you happen to have rumors or you had a chat with someone that had a chat with someone, you know how those stories work, then you can send me an email at sonyalpharumors@gmail.com or use the contact box at sonyalpharumors.com. And so that's a way you can help me to build up some more reliable rumors, so that would be appreciated. I don't know anything about other Sigma lenses coming after 28-105 2.8. That is probably going to be announced the first week of September. I will soon get the exact date, but this is the only info I got about Sigma. I don't have info about other Sigma lenses yet. Next video gen of A7. I know about the new FX, the FX3 probably in 2025. I didn't hear anything about the ZV-E1 successor. And also, like I said, not about the A7S4. That's the biggest mystery from a rumor point of view for me, because I got info about the A1 II, the A7 V. I got early info about the one thing I call the wow camera. But nothing. I got info about the FX or lenses, but not about the A7S4, which really worries me. Worries me if you care about having a successor. I mean, it's not the end of the world. The FX9 successor will be announced pretty soon. So I bet that the IBC show in Amsterdam that takes place in Amsterdam mid-September, the FX9 2 or whatever the name will be there. So I don't know anything about the specs, but I'm pretty certain I'm getting something very soon. The info about this, wait a second. Somebody asked me again about the A1 II. In the previous live stream, I told you that I started to get specs about the A1 II. I already told you previously in my other videos that the A1 II is likely to be on market at best in early 2025, so that's not really far out. And one of the news sources I'm working with told me some specs of the camera. He claims to know someone that tested the camera and so forth. So it's still not reliable, of course. But the specs sound pretty reasonable, and I will share them in early September, so after the August 28th announcement. The reason why I'm not sharing them now is tomorrow I'm off on the mountain, Saturday I'm off the mountain, Sunday I'm with the family. Then we have the Sony announcement for the 85 1.4 GM2, and I will probably have more leaks and info to share, so there's no timing for me to properly make a video about the A1 II, and still the A1 II is not going to be announced in September, October anyway, so there's plenty of time, and I will share after the August 28th the Sony A1 II rumor, and I'm really excited about it. If you are considering, for example, to buy the A1, first of all, if it's good enough, buy it, don't worry. Because I don't think the A1 II will really be like, double as better as the A1. So don't expect like an amazing revolution. It will be an evolution more than a revolution. And probably the only more good reason to wait is that the A1 never got a price cut in all those 3 years since it was announced over 3 years ago. So I don't remember exactly the date, sorry if I'm wrong, but about 3 years. And it never got a price cut, and I have the feeling, because I know the A1 II is very likely to come in the first half of 2025, I think there will be price cuts on the A1 in autumn. So if you can wait 1-2 months and the A1 is good for you and you want to save some bucks, then probably wait. But if the A1 is not the perfect camera for you and you want to see the A1 II, don't worry, it's going to probably be announced before the A7 V. So pretty exciting, and I can't wait to start to talk about that camera, really, because Sony will raise the bar on the Sony A1 II. Yeah, that's important. From Lorraine, the Sony fixed lens camera. So I will make a video about this. I already promised back in late spring actually to make a video about the possible new fixed lens compact cameras from Sony, but the past 3 months have been on a private level super busy. You know, you also have those times where you have to put priorities, and I did slow down on the YouTube channel rumor work to really do a ton of stuff, not only on private family level but also work. I had a lot to do with the work. I make a creative work. I built up my own camera that named Cube Camera with a friend of mine. He passed away 2 years ago, and I have to do a lot of stuff to sort out that aspect with the parents and so forth. And that in particular this summer something again happened. I had to work a lot with, because those are big pictures of 1 per 1 meters. There are over 200 of them, and I had to do a lot of stuff. So there was priority on private life. I'm making it very long, but for me one of the most important rumors is about the possible new Sony compact fixed lens cameras. And what I can tell you now is there is good reasons to believe that Sony will revive that lineup, maybe even under a new name, so no more RX but under a new brand. So I will share again, hopefully I can finally do it in September. I can share a rumor about that with some details I got from sources. It's still not 100% confirmed, but I hope that this will be one of the surprises we see, possibly even this autumn. I think it would make a lot of sense because we saw how Fuji is selling a ton of those cameras, and Sony really has nothing to offer for those people that would love to get the Fuji, but they cannot get it because it's out of stock, or maybe they would love to get the sort of Fuji but maybe full frame or different. Sony has to release those cameras, in my opinion, as soon as it gets. And from what I know, they have very advanced prototype models ready to go. So if you happen to have some info again about those cameras, you are close to Sony somehow, let me know. Again, contact me at sonyalpharumors@gmail.com or use the contact box at sonyalpharumors.com. So I have good hope that there will be something from Sony coming. Would it be reasonable to buy the FX3? Every time you ask me a question about if you should buy a camera or not, my basic rule is that if the camera is good enough for you, buy it. Because no matter if the successor is coming right after you bought that model, if you bought that model, it's good enough for you first, and you probably bought it cheaper than the successor. So if the FX3 does the work, buy it, because the FX3, even if it would be announced next month, and it's probably not coming next month, it will be more expensive. So you anyway save some bucks by buying the FX3 now. My best guess is that the FX3 is coming in 2025, based on the fact that sources told me that there is the FX9 successor first coming, but they didn't share anything about the FX3. I'm reading your questions, so when you see me pausing and looking at the screen, I am selecting your comments to... is there a chance it could be Micro Four Thirds, you mean DJI? No, I don't think so. Jason Herman asks the A7000 aps-c series. Jason, you know me, I'm a big fan of a possible A7000. Having a sort of A1 for aps-c makes a lot of sense for me, so that you have that huge frame rate, resolution, with the benefits of having a smaller body that doesn't probably, even if it would be the same kind of body, but it doesn't overheat. It's faster. You can use it for wildlife better because it has the crop already. So I think Sony really missed out the opportunity to do that. But that's it. It's not going to happen. At least I didn't get anything. Let's hope Sony one day surprises me. But nope. I have near zero hope. DJI have the Hasselblad X-Mount 2 with smaller diameter flame. Yes, the Hasselblad X-Mount could of course accommodate full frame, but you would have a big mount, and therefore you couldn't make the cameras as compact as, for example, having L-mount. So it would make to me a lot more sense if they would make it L mount. Also because if you make a full frame DJI mirrorless camera, the potential market is bigger because the price is less, and there are more people that could buy it, but the lenses are not there. You still have those big medium format lenses not designed for full frame, which means they are expensive, they are big, while if you use the L mount, you would enter a mount that already has a whole variety of lenses. So I'm near certain that if the rumor turns out to be true, big if, then L mount would make a ton of sense. Firmware broke, my Sony A1 Bluetooth. Yeah, that's annoying. I heard about this. Sorry, I don't have the Sony A1, so I'm not really following the details on that. But yeah, the firmware created a couple of issues because you have to first, if you didn't do firmware updates for a long time, you first have to update to an older firmware, then to the newest. And so there are some steps where people keep making mistakes because they, of course, it's not your fault. Sony should always make sure that this doesn't happen, but yeah, so sorry for that. Will there be high-speed camera from Panasonic? I didn't hear anything about it. In my previous live stream that I deleted because of bad audio quality, a couple of people asked me about all the Panasonic cameras. So the big news is one L-mount full-frame camera from Panasonic is coming in late 2024, and I already recorded that video yesterday about what camera to expect. So wait for that video. It will probably go online as next, if I can manage to still. I made a recording, but I didn't edit it. I could edit it tonight and schedule it for tomorrow when I'm hiking. So hopefully I can do it. This should be the next video, but there's a Panasonic L-mount full-frame camera coming. Don't worry. I'm scrolling down to see your questions. Arthur's aggressive lens bundle Panasonic. Okay, I saw those Panasonic rebates, and they're actually not the first time we see them. We also saw them a couple of weeks ago, then months ago. Panasonic keeps doing that on all their gear, so I don't think you have to read too much into it. It's their strategy. They keep doing it, and so that it has nothing to do. It's not like S5 we get a new successor or whatever, or and there's no red flag for that now. Let's see, next question. News about the new upcoming Alpha camera. So no news about the A7S4, and news the A1 II and the A7 V will come definitely in 2025 with some already info I can share in my next video. So those two cameras, I got the info. The A7S4 didn't get any info. Let's see the next question. A7 V not this year. S1H2 by the end of this year. Maybe I didn't tell you anything. Yeah? Release date of the 2470 2.0. The lens that got delayed along all other products. As you know, Sony postponed everything by 2 months. So everything I told you back at the early of the year turned out to be true in terms of what to expect, like the 1625, the 2550, the ZVE 10.2. I told you everything, and also the release date, but everything was postponed by 2 months. And so now I didn't get the final date yet, but if we calculate the 2 months delay, the 2470 2.0 should be announced by late September, October. I'm pretty certain that's the time frame. Of course, it's still like I'm over a month time frame. I hope to nail it down to the exact date in the next weeks, but I'm sure it's coming. I can't wait to see it. No info about the ZVE12, no idea when this is coming. No info about the 135 GM, sorry. I wonder about the Leica Q3 monochrome. I'm not following really Leica rumors, but I got by accident from another source an info about a new Leica camera. Maybe I should share that one. There is a new Leica model coming, which is a variation of a currently available camera. Maybe I should share it on mirrorlessrumors.com. Yeah, sometimes I really, because I'm so busy at the moment with my private stuff, there are a ton of some smaller rumors that I don't share, or I forgot in time to share, and they have a Leica rumor, I should share it. I'm not going to see repetitive questions, just rewatch the video. If I don't answer you, then it's not because I don't care about you, it's because I already gave the answer in my previous questions that I read before. So FX3 to FX62, I already gave an answer. FX32 is probably not coming this year. So that A7000 sort of high resolution, and I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything about the box style Lumix camera coming anytime soon. I didn't hear anything about this camera neither, sorry. Also the 100-400, the Sony A7S4. So this one, that's important to answer. First of all, I'm a Sony A7R camera owner, and I did own every camera of this A7R lineup, so I really care about this. And I saw a rumor posted by some other rumor website that are less serious than mine, saying that there would be a new A7R camera this year. It's not coming. So I didn't hear anything at all about this camera. Doesn't mean that they're always right, but I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything about firmware updates yet. I know there is firmware updates coming in probably in September for the FX3 and other FX cameras. That's what I heard. I think Sony already officially teased about this, but I didn't hear about other firmware updates yet. So I have to ask the sources about this. Again, the A7V 2025, confirmed with trusted sources, not coming this year. At least on market, not on this year. At the end of the video, I will make a recap so that you know what to expect in the next weeks, okay? In my next video, I will also talk about the rig online. If I'm good, if I can manage to edit the video tonight, then I will post it tomorrow. We'll talk about the L-mount camera that's coming end of 2024, and also about the high-resolution L-mount camera. So there will be a Panasonic pendant of the Leica SL3, that's for sure. And the SL3 is a wonderfully designed, solid camera in my opinion, but it's obviously expensive. So definitely wait for the Panasonic pendant. That is definitely coming, so don't worry about this. The A7S series about the replace, yeah, we already discussed this. There are speculations about this happening, but nothing solid yet. And I'm really frustrated that I still don't know. I know more now about the A1 II and the A7V than I know about the A7S4, which is nothing. So, and this, unless of course the sources missed something, which can happen, or I missed something and didn't do my job well, this to me is a sign that maybe the A7S4 got scrapped, but it's too early to say. And again, I'm working on rumors and not on official news, so keep it always in mind that we're having fun discussion about the possibility what's coming next, but there's no fact, okay? So always keep that in mind. Bom dia, Rui Fonseca. Eu falo um pouco de brasileiro, não de português. No, I haven't heard anything about Sony virtual reality. I have some info about the S1H2 I'm going to share soon. They should make Sony Roma next. I agreed. I love what Sony is doing with their professional film cameras. And it's going to be really interesting because Nikon with Red, of course, is going to be very competitive. And also maybe DJI, if they're really doing that mirrorless camera, that could be also mirrorless video camera or vlogger camera, I still don't know. But also there's a fair chance that there's a lot of competition coming. So Sony Roma could be coming with half the price tag of the Sony Venice and with double the features if they feel some pressure. I didn't hear anything about 24-250. Yeah, that's something, a news I can tell you. I heard, of course, the 2470 2.0 after the 85 1.4 GM is coming. So the 85 GM, like I told you, next week, August 28th. But I heard about more Sony lenses coming still this year. One trusted source told me that even in December we can expect such a lens. So maybe my wife is coming. So I have to close within the next 5 minutes. So I'm scrolling down your questions quickly. Yeah, that's a matter of preference. Any news about the Sigma 2805 2.8 should be coming early September. I'm sure about it. I should get the date very soon. So matters of next week, probably I will share the exact date of the announcement of that lens. I don't know what else is coming from Sigma. I heard about the Sigma FP coming as next camera from Sigma, probably 2025. The Foveon, forget it. I love the Foveon concept and philosophy, mainly because of the color accuracy, but this is not coming. I think it's becoming a myth. I think it will be close to 2030 before we realistically have this camera on the market. The cat is crying, so give me 5 seconds to take in the cat. And so, Panasonic MFT lenses, nothing. I heard no lens rumor for a long time, and my fear is that Panasonic will barely keep alive their Micro Four Thirds lineup by launching new cameras. They launched a wonderfully fully packed GH7 that, in my opinion, is one of the best cameras yet, but it didn't sell as well as expected. That's what I heard. But again, last time I said that about Panasonic when they launched the G9 II, I said the sales were very low. Panasonic officially said like, no, it's exceeding our expectations. It is not true. So of course, depends from the goals someone has. So maybe it really didn't exceed the expectation. But what I know from stores, very big stores, is that the number of pre-orders is very low compared to Fuji and others and so forth. But maybe that's enough for Panasonic. So I don't expect, maybe they will launch some lens or updated version of lens, but I heard nothing. Pity. No rumor about the Z7 III yet. The FX3, FX30 firmware update. Sorry, somebody's question. Okay, FX3, FX30 firmware update should be coming September. If I recall it well, there was an official news from Sony back in spring, so maybe it was October, not September, but seeing that the IBC show in Amsterdam is taking place mid of September, that's quite a big event for Sony. Would make sense that the firmware is already there, but September, max October, we should get it. I have no info about Nikon. Sony has a pro level drone. I forget that they have. No, Sony gave up that entry level action camera drone market. They cannot compete against DJI and all others. They know on a price level they cannot compete against them. So I don't. I'm as a mountain biker, I'm a big fan. For example, I would like to get a full frame action camera, mainly, but I'm very niche in thinking that, because I'm a photographer mountain biking and I would love to have great image quality, but it's not going to happen. So it's just one of my dreams, not that will not become true, like probably A7000 or the Sony cameras that I would love to see. Second trying to fix audio, yes. Is the audio still okay? I hope so. But I'm using the A7R5 with a Sony hot shoe mic, so it should work fine. Let's scroll down, take your last questions before I quit. But info about Sony L-mount lenses, no. I didn't get any info, but I was a bit lazy lately. Not lazy because I'm lazy, but because I was busy, so I didn't ask my very good Panasonic source if there is a new lens on the horizon. I will really mark that question and send an email to that source asking if there is a new lens coming. Wait, the cat now wants to go out, so I have to open the door. As you know, cats hate closed doors, but it's so hot outside that I have to keep the door closed. That's an old apartment, old house, 170 years old, and we don't have climatization, and so 24 105 GM I didn't get any update. I got a rumor a year ago about such a lens, but I didn't get any update about it. What we know is that Sigma will announce a similar lens now, 2805. There's rumor about the Tamron 2800 82.8, which is not coming from my sources. It's coming from a Weibo account, and I have no clue how reliable that is. Would be crazy to have a 2880mm 2.8. That lens would be, according to that rumor, big as the 35-150 2.0 so let's see if that turns out to be true. I'm scrolling down. Do you know the reason why Apple is switching to Samsung to the sensor? No. Yeah, what's your question, bro? Any rumors or news about first party Sony APS-C lenses? You mean Sony APS-C lenses? No, I heard nothing. My pleasure. I didn't hear anything about the 200-600 coming. Fujifilm X Pro 4. You have to follow Fuji rumors for that. Yeah, 24-72.0 GM lens is coming. I still don't have the confirmation about the exact date, but probably end of September, October, that lens should be announced. Quite an astonishing lens. I'm Sigma. I don't have any info about other Sigma lenses. Okay, Alton, he talked to a Sony rep and claims that the FX3 is good for a while. So first of all, most Sony reps I know, they don't know anything, or not really, but could be that about the fixed lineup they know a bit, but I wouldn't 100% trust Sony reps knowing anything. But that's more true when it comes to very high-end cameras like the A9 III. Really few people knew about it. And when it comes to lower-end models, more people know about it. But it makes sense to me that the FX3 II is only coming 2025, would match the rumors I got so far. No, I have no info about the next Hasselblad zoom. No info at all. Which is better for Sony Lumix for videography? That's a big question. I cannot dig into it. You can find plenty of good options at Sony's side. When it comes to Panasonic, I would really consider S5 II would be the one and only option I would consider for videography as of now. There are some repetitive questions. Sony FX. Any news about the new Sigma camera? I told you that the Sigma FP is probably the next camera coming, I guess 2025. Forget it for a long time. It's like the solid state batteries, or or nuclear fusion, those kind of technologies that they takes a long time. That's an interesting question. Will Sigma make a 75 150 1.8 GN? I think there's a fair chance they're going to make it. My bet would be yes, but I didn't get a confirmation from trusted sources, and also don't know when this will happen. But yeah, I can see them doing this. Yeah, for real, would make a lot of sense for them. Now about, I'm going to usually answer more rumor questions than those kind of questions like what camera should I buy, whatever. So I will skip them. Just this is an example. Look at 2Digas. A7S4 cropping, A6600. First of all, there's a budget question. The one costs less than half than the other one. If it's for wildlife, I always tend to spend as less as possible on digital stuff in general, not only about cameras, everything, because the value of digital gear really drops a lot in time, so keep it in mind. So if you want to spend $3,500 on a camera, really think about it. If you really need it, and if $1,000 camera isn't good enough for you. Tamron 25-50 there was a patent about this lens, so I think there's a fair chance they're going to do this, but there's no rumor saying that it's coming anytime soon. About the 2.0 Trinity, you mean the 2470 2.0? Like I told you, there's definitely this lens coming, but maybe Sony will also consider doing a 70-200 2.0 or 71-80 2.0. That would be stunning. I think that would be quite a cool lens to have, but I didn't get any rumors about it. No, I didn't hear anything about Canon yet. I didn't really work on it. So from September on, I should have more time to again scan all the sources I have, also from other manufacturers, to get some more reliable info. The past 3 months have been true hell in terms of everything I had to do with other projects. The A1 II will not have global shutter. I'm nearly certain about this. About the RX lineup, I talked at the beginning of the video. There's a fair chance Sony will launch a completely revamped, probably even renamed lineup of fixed lens cameras, but I don't have anything solid confirming that's going to happen now in autumn, whatever. It's difficult to share how I know about this, but there's people close to people telling me, yeah, but I will make a video about this, giving you a tiny bit more details, okay? Stay tuned. The 85 1.4 GM2 specs, no, I don't have. I shared an image of the camera, so you can see it on my website. Just to say that this lens is definitely real, and that I'm not making up stuff. And you see the extra customizable button, the rubber ring above the markings. There are some aesthetical changes. The image quality will be much improved, but I don't have the official spec list of the lens yet, so for that you still have to wait. Groundbreaking technology. I made a video, I think 1 year ago, about patents I saw about groundbreaking technology. Most of the time I know there isn't groundbreaking technology, there's small steps of evolution. The most groundbreaking I saw in terms of patents would be that I can see realistically happen next years would be the curved sensor that would allow to have incredible high resolution images across the frame, and lenses that are much more compact because they don't have to correct for the corner aberrations and so forth. Foveon would be also nice from Sigma, but it's all technology I hear about, I see the patents, but there's nothing I think is going to happen now in 1 year from now. I think like more groundbreaking news for me would be a DJI mirrorless camera in September, if that turns out to be true, because I'm sure that from a software point of view, they would raise the bar by such a lot that that would really improve the market and also help to increase sales. That's my opinion. If they are making it, I don't know. No, I don't have rumors about that. Cannot ask Sony. I'm no contact in any way with Sony. They have a policy to not talk with leakers, rumor sites, and so forth, which makes completely sense. I understand. So, the Tamron lens, the 28, 180. Yes, I discussed about this lens 10 minutes ago. It's a rumor from a Chinese website, which sometimes shares good rumors, so it's not that I dismiss it, but I didn't get any confirmation about this lens. Would be quite astonishing. Of course, it's a big lens if true, if it's really going to be announced in September. Sony Alpha camera. There will be an Alpha camera coming. That's all I can say. Don't worry, there will be. There will be. I have a rumor actually about that I got a couple of months ago. Yes. And again, one of those rumors I have in the back of my mind. I never publish it, but I have something new about this, so we'll share it. Not now, but in one of my next videos. Any new medium format cameras at all? For sure, there will be a new fixed lens medium format camera from Fujifilm 2025. So I think this is potentially the next medium format camera. Don't think Hasselblad will not have a new medium format camera coming now, and also Hasselblad is owned by DJI, and also Sony will not announce a sort of medium format camera really anytime soon. I have to, sorry, I got a bit lost in your comments. There are so many. So what is the new Alpha camera? You mean the one coming October, November? I will tell you in my next video, because it's such a big rumor that you have to give me some time to work on it, share it. And like I told you at the beginning of this video, I'm still very busy in my private life, the next days and so on. Then we have the announcement next week with Sony with the 85. So probably the week after, but I cannot promise anything because there's so much now coming in, so we have to see. But there is a camera coming. I will share it soon what to expect. And I have no info about new Lumix lenses. New info about the DJI mirrorless camera. After I posted the video on Monday, one of the potential, in this case, really true DJI source, so not an external DJI member, but source, but really one inside. I had a quick chat with him, and he, I already know him from another rumor he shared months ago, and he said the DJI camera is definitely real. And he cannot share details for some reasons, but he said it's real. So now I have like before, if I was 60% certain that the DJI camera is coming, whatever, I still don't know what to expect, if it's a video camera or more like a hybrid camera. So that still I don't know. But before I was 60% certain, not because I didn't trust the source, but because I trust the source, but the source is outside DJI, so maybe you got the wrong info. Now I'm 70% certain, so it's increasing. And in my next DJI video, I will also share some of the early info I got about this possible DJI camera, so stay tuned. I have a trusted source to Alton. If you really have trusted sources, then please contact me at, I will send you my email here. Welcome. If you have rumors, share it using that email address, or also switch over to alpharumors.com and check out the contact box on the top. Send me anything, even if you are not sure about it. What I usually do, I take your rumor, I rank it, like news source, first time rumor, and I save your nickname, try to use a nickname, and then I compare it with other rumors, and in time, if after weeks and months I get a confirmation from trusted sources, or it turns out to be right, then I will also, then this news source becomes more trusted source, and I know I can rely more on the info you send me. So I would happy if you would send me your rumors so we can chat together and discuss it, also share some info. That would be nice. I told you at the beginning that DJI mirrorless camera, I don't know what mount it would have, but I think it would have L mount, but that's a guess. Scroll back in my video, I answered about the new possible fixed lens camera. That's an interesting question. I'm a big fan of mirrorless companies buying Kodak license for their film simulations. I don't know why they're not listening to me. Sony, Canon, Nikon, and Panasonic, whatever. Really, sometimes I'm surprised, but of course I'm outside of the companies. They have different kind of thinking than me as a lonely blogger outside of their industry, so I'm not pretending to know better than them. Sometimes I pretend to know better, but I know that it's more complicated than it can be. But Kodak is very famous to license their brand to nearly every Chinese company that wants to use it. Like many entry-level compact cameras are branded Kodak and actually made by some Chinese manufacturer, I don't remember the name. Would be, so I don't see why it would be difficult to have Kodak Portra and other film styles on a Sony camera, Nikon, Canon. So let's hope this is going to happen. Yeah, now that I teased you about the Alpha camera coming in October, November, of course I see the questions, yeah, but what is it, what you have to wait. Because of course this is a big room I'm working on. I want to make a proper video, so I will not answer you, terrorist, and I'm really sorry for that, but there is an exciting model coming. Eric's Zero lineup, I forgot about this. Yes, it's probably that, I guess, but yeah, I don't know if you remember the RX0. Yeah, I think they made another kind of model, boxy model, small compact. What was the name again? But the RX0 is not, I think we are not going to have it. You're trying now to keep guessing what that camera will be in October, November. I will have an answer for you soon, so don't worry. Folks, on a two new Sony camera, I didn't really check it out. Sorry, no, I have no folks. I have no info about this lens. I actually have a Discord channel, but somebody else is managing it, but there isn't much activity, and I'm a lonely wolf doing the job, and it's so much to do. I have so much to do, like on Facebook, for example, all the groups, the pages, this Instagram, Twitter, the comments on sonyalpha.com. It takes me, it eats up such a great amount of time. You really don't know. I should nobody would read, but I should write a book about what a lonely blogger has to do to keep the websites alive, the network alive. All the crazy people also commenting and harassing you and sending you this. You know how internet is, you know, it's a a place of love and empathy, no? Not. It's very hard to build good software. That's the answer. That's what I know from people like Sony, but also other manufacturers. Look at Volkswagen. They try to build a company from scratch that makes only software, and they wasted a ton of money on it, and now they want to switch back to Android and other software. They're switching back also to the older software. It's very hard to make good software for cameras. It's easier for Sony to make technological advancement by sensors and so forth, but on software, that's very hard. That's why it's so important that DJI really makes that camera. So that will really change the game in terms of software, because then they have to do something. And I'm a big fan of, if they cannot do it for themselves, just take, Apple would not be possible, but just take Android. Even if you're not a big fan of Android, but just take it with app support and so forth, that would be already good enough. Any rumors on Sony accessories like the flashes? No, I don't think I got rumors about this, so no. 800mm lens, no. I would go for the A7S4 definitely. If you plan to upgrade, go full frame. A7S4 is a wonderful camera. The guesses about the camera coming in October, November, you don't have to wait much, but I will spill out the beans soon. Yeah, I have a list of lenses that I know are coming. In my previous live stream that went wrong with the audio, I told you that there are rumors that I can share and rumors I don't share. So I know, for example, about one Sony lens that is probably coming. I didn't share anything about it because the source asked me to not share it. To wait until more people knows about the lens so that he doesn't get spoiled. The second reason why I'm not telling you anything, everything about, for example, also about the DJI camera, where I know a tiny bit more than I shared, is that I used the tiny bit of info I got from trusted sources to double check the info I got from other sources, because I always try to double and triple check things, and I always try to expand the network of sources, because it's 15 years I do this job and sources come and go. So I always take into account that a good source can, for some reason, disappear. And so I have to keep building up reliable sources. And so if I get, for example, the Sony A1 II info I got just recently, the info I got, if I got 5 info about that camera, I will probably in 1-2 weeks share 1 or 2 info, and the other info keep it aside to see if I can build up new sources and confirm other rumors I receive about the camera. So that's how it works. I have no info about aps-c E-mount cameras at all. When will Sony update the screens? Yes, I know, it's annoying. I still hate that you have a screen. My son is trying to move past the live stream. Go here, they don't see you. For me, having a screen and not be able to see the images if there's some bright light during the day is frustrating. I would love to have proper screens that you can really see. That's something, for example, also DJI camera I expect to have, that if, again, the rumor turns out to be true, that the camera has a proper screen that is stunning to see even in bright conditions. And then Sony, Canon, Nikon will have to catch up. No, it comes in 2025. And I already shared the lens info, 32mm 2.5. No, 2.5. So that will be the lens used. It will be something like 28mm. Okay, I have to close up the screen because now my family they are all there waiting in the other rooms. So give me 2 minutes to end up to read through the most important questions left. Thanks for the answers. Yes, it's coming. Don't worry, it's coming. Skipping. FX camera probably coming early September. New one. Okay, there are no more questions. So, folks, to wrap it up, Sony, stunning stuff coming. A lot of. I'm honest with you. At the beginning of the year, I told you it would be boring the first half of the year, and now I'm honest when I say there will be a ton of exciting stuff. Okay, so subscribe if you haven't done it so far, because there will be a lot of stuff. I hope that I will be spot on also on the DJI rumors. We'll post more details in next weeks and days. And anyway, on that YouTube channel as a whole, there will be more videos starting from early September when I have, again, more time to work on it. Thanks for having visited this live stream. Let's do it again. Now we have sorted out all the technical issues with the audience, so that makes me happy. And I also learned a lot from your questions, so I will take note of your questions regarding rumors and some things that I will ask my sources and come back to you as soon as I have an answer. So, folks, again, like this video, as you know, because it helps me always in the YouTube algorithm. Like I say, always subscribe, spread the word, and see you definitely soon with the next rumors about the 85 1.4 GM, 2470 2.0, the new Alpha camera that I teased you would be announced October, November, the new FX camera, the new DJI camera, but there is probably even some more room for more surprises, so there will be more. See you soon.